turn in New York City this weekend. Reports of at least 80 people arrested and several videotaped incidents show police using what Occupy Wall Street supporters are calling excessive force. In one, cops spray a group of penned-in female bystanders and do so with mace. Take a look. So where is this movement heading, and why is it having an impact? We're going to talk with Kelly Heresy. He blogs for Occupy Wall Street and was maced over the weekend. He joins me in studio. So Kelly, as we see there, some very tense moments, some violent moments that are taking place. Explain why all of that happened. What was the precipice that got it to that level?
Okay, well, thank you, Thomas, for having me on. I just want to say I appreciate you having me here. This is actually the first time that this movement has been covered by one of the 6 major networks, so I really appreciate you having me here. But the incident that took place with the macing of the females, that happened when the march was leaving Union Square. The police mobilized and they brought out orange nets, and as we were marching down University Place, they brought the nets out and started to divert the march to 12th Street. And I was at the front of the pack, and when I saw the nets coming, those of us at the front ran to avoid being penned in. But we saw that half of our march got diverted, so I came back to where they were at, and I was on the opposite side of the street. And at that point, the NYPD started making several violent arrests. And I saw a cop take a young African-American male, slam him very forcefully onto the cement, and he took his arms and pulled them up behind his back and was stepping on him. And at that point, I took out my camera and came up right behind the cop to get a picture, and he saw me, and he turned around, and he sprayed me in the eyes with pepper spray.
Now, NBC News has not independently verified these reports, but we are seeing the graphic images that are coming from some of the altercations that took place. Also, Kelly, just to give everybody background, these demonstrations have been taking place since September the 17th,
correct,
when this began. Explain to everybody, why is this an ongoing demonstration, and what are you hoping to gain by it?
Well, I'm just an individual who's part of this. I can't really speak on behalf of the entire movement, but
the movement, why did you even get involved in it?
I first heard about it through social media, and it resonated with how I was feeling, and I currently have a blog that I'm writing. It's called liverentfreeordie.blogspot.com, and it's documenting my experiences with intentional homelessness. Back in July 1st, I negotiated out of my lease with my landlord, and I decided that I would not pay rent for 1 year. And so this blog is about my experiences, and that was part of the reason I got involved, was my ongoing protest against the rent prices in New York City.
I know you said that we were one of the first networks to jump on this and have you on. We'll continue to follow this. NBC News will work on confirming those reports of what you say took place there, and hopefully we'll have you back to talk more about it. Kelly Heresy, good to see you today.
Thanks a lot.